You're watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Well, good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another night of great racing in the IVRL Buttkicker Series. We're here at Darlington Speedway tonight, the Too Tough to Tame track that we're going to have some great racing tonight. It's me, Randy Pepper, alongside my good buddy, Nick Adams. How's it going, Nick?
I am good, Mr. Pepper. I am excited. We are about to have a heck of a race here tonight. I mean, Darlington Raceway, one of the most historic racetracks in America, one of the most historic racetracks on the Cup Series, and it's definitely right behind Daytona, I think, the most historic track the IVRL boys are going to run this year.
Yeah, I believe so too. It's one of the oldest tracks around, definitely, and it's one of the most tough tracks to master because it has two distinct turns. Or actually 4 turns, I guess it is, but they're so different than each other. It's crazy.
You know what else, Randy? Remember back in the late 90s when they swapped the track? 1 and 2 became 3 and 4, 3 and 4 became 1 and 2. I'm going to do that all night. I did it when we broadcast the Truck Series finale here last year. I have done it. I'm going to do it a bunch tonight as they sail off into 3 and 4, and they're actually going to be in 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing. So
I
don't
love
feel
this track.
alone.
It's one of my favorite tracks in the circuit. It really requires a whole heck of a lot of talent, Randy Pepper, to actually be able to do any sort of anything here tonight. So I really think it's going to be the track where the cream rises from the crop and... Oh, sorry. Yes, that's what I meant to say.
Cream rises from the crop?
No, hold on. The best of the best rise to the top. Okay, that's what I meant to say. I don't know where I was going with that. That'll be on a T-shirt at some point now. The cream rises from the crop. Quotes by Nick, 2021. Oh my God.
Boy.
Okay. Anyhow, Randy, before we get into our picks and we start talking about tonight, everybody, we're gonna go ahead and show you. I hate you, Justin. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and show off what we're going to be coming to you this week. So obviously tonight is Tuesday, May 4th. May the 4th be with you, Randy Pepper.
Is that a saying or something? I've seen that all day long.
That is a Star Wars reference. So Star
I thought
Wars,
it was May the Swords be with you.
Nope. So Star Wars is May the Force be with you. So on May the 4th every year, it's May the 4th be with you. It's National Star Wars Day.
Okay.
So tonight, you get to see us here at the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series from Darlington. Tomorrow, more action from Darlington Raceway as we have the Sportsman Series. The coverage begins there at 7:50. You'll see guys like myself, Randy Pepper, Josh Laston, and Adam Wood out there, as well as our normal, Blake Gordon probably going to win. Justin Anderson going to be right up there. On Thursday, you're going to see the AOLL Guitar Addict TNT Series. Coverage begins at 7:50 right here in Ghostfire Media at New Smyrna Speedway. Randy, one.
Whoa, wait.
Is it Smyrna?
New
It's Smyrna.
Smyrna.
It's okay. New Smyrna
Not
Speedway.
Smyrna.
New Smyrna Speedway.
You just said it was so funny because a guy this morning was putting on Facebook, you want to know if somebody's a local or not? Ask them to pronounce New Smyrna.
Okay.
And you proved that point exactly.
So Thursday, May 6th at 7:50 p.m., at New Smyrna Speedway will be the
Thank you.
AOL Guitar Addict TNT Series with the ARCA cars over there. Friday, as always, you're going to hear us at 8 p.m. beginning live here with the GFM podcast. And then Sunday, to round out the week on May 9th, you get Darlington Raceway at 7:50 with the ALLL Cup Series boys. Randy, it's a week of awesome racing coming up over the next 7 days. What are you most excited for?
Over the week or
over
tonight?
The entire week.
Oh, well, actually, I'm excited about tomorrow night. It's Cinco de Mayo, and we are out racing at, a tough track for us, and I'm excited to run the trucks. So that's it.
Cinco de Mayo, Whiskey Wednesday. It's just another Wednesday for me.
Oh, well.
So,
anyways.
Randy, what is great about Darlington over the last 5 years is that they've really started doing the throwbacks.
Yes.
And the IVRL boys have gotten in on the throwbacks. Right now we're looking at Christian Converse. Randy Pepper, who does that number 90 car remind you of? And I really hope you get this right.
It's Bobby Hillin Jr., I believe.
No,
Or
it's
was
the Aaron's Dream Machine. It's Michael Waltrip.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it is the Aaron Dream Machine.
It's the Aaron's
that's not the
Dream
car that
Machine.
he actually got penalized for, but it is the Aaron's Dream Machine. He had those stupid commercials they used to have him in.
Yep, him in the 99 back then for, I want to say it was at one point, it was racing for Take-Two Motorsports for a few races, and then he ended up going and being with MWR, and they had the Toyota. But that right there, the Aaron's Dream Machine.
I just looked at the very back of it. I'm sorry. If I had looked at the front, I would have been able to get it. But the back of it is that purple color. Bobby Hillin Jr. ran a purple car for a while.
Oh.
As well as, I believe, the other Wallace guy did, too.
Kenny.
Kenny, yes.
We also have a couple of other guys out there tonight with their throwback schemes as we look at Brandon Massey. Brandon Massey's scheme is not a throwback to a NASCAR Cup Series driver. His throwback scheme is to John Force. When John Force ran the Mountain Dew drag car back in, I think, the late 90s.
Well, it does look like that, but it also it almost looks kind of like the Mount. Well, I guess not, because he does have Mountain Dew on the side of the car.
Yes.
I guess it is more the NHRL car.
We have a couple
Massey's
other
in
guys
the
out
ward
here
now.
tonight with some throwback schemes, if I can find them. Ira Kohlhaas. I remember Ira was talking about this scheme. I can't remember who he said this is a throwback to, but it's clearly a throwback Pepsi Chevy. Hopefully, Ira watches this, or somebody who knows Ira is watching this and can tell us what that is a throwback to, because I do
I'm
know
gonna try
that
to look at it. Let me see. We're at the 29 of Ira.
it looks really, really old school. Like it's got to be from the mid-80s.
That's back. That paint scheme is back in the 1970s, maybe late 60s. That appears. Who ran that car? That's gonna really bug me here. I'll figure it out before the end of the race, I'm
Okay.
sure.
So while you figure
Yeah,
that out,
that's late. That's definitely 70s, maybe late 70s. Yeah, it's definitely 70s. So, anyways, all right. So other cars, Scott Williams is still running that throwback scheme that he runs every week.
yes, that beautiful. It's got a different. I think it's got a different sponsor on the hood this week, but that throwback to Darrell Waltrip. But Randy, let's get down to the important things here. So we have 3 minutes left here in practice tonight. So we'll make our picks here in a second, but we'll go ahead and we'll explain to everybody what tonight's going to be about, how it's going to work. Like every week, there's going to be multiple stages. There are 3 stages here tonight at Darlington Raceway. Stage number 1 is 30 laps. Stage number 2 ends at 60 laps. And then for a 65-lap shootout to crown the winner here at Darlington, to finish 125 laps here today. There's going to be plenty of Darlington stripes, plenty of people getting in the wall. And Randy Pepper, The one thing that I don't know if we're really going to have to worry about, because I don't know if we're going to get far enough into a run, is a fuel window is 35 to 42 laps. So the first 2 stages you can complete without pitting, but the third stage, if you don't get a caution, you do have to pit.
Well, that's I don't think we're going to see that. I think we're going to have a few cautions tonight, unfortunately.
Darlington Raceway is also historically bad on right front tires.
Yes.
So the big question is, who can conserve those tires? And I mean, when we look at the best conservation people in the entire field, last week we really have to throw it out to him. Charles Urick was able to save tires better than anybody last week.
Yes.
So if it comes down to a tire conservation race, you have to look at Charles Urick to be up there in the top 5, top 10. Oh, Randy, it's Lonnie Pond. That's who I recall Haas is throwing
Lenny
it back
Pond. Lenny Pond was Lenny Pond actually was a friend of my family actually back in the day, believe it or not. Which I know Larry Patrick's going, is there anybody you don't know?
No, there's literally nobody you don't know, which is why we don't talk about it. Because there seriously is not a single person that you do not know.
Lenny Pond is from beautiful Alabama. He's from outside of Gordo, Alabama. My family grew up in Gordo, Alabama. So that's how we know.
Why does none of this surprise me? None of
Hey,
this
by the
surprises
way,
me.
one of the guys, I do want to say something before we get in here. Harvey Abrams in that number 79. I love the not Charlie Gotchback, but it's the best damn garage in Daytona car is what that car is.
Oh yes, a very nice old school.
Smokey Yurnick, that's what that is. Smokey Yurnick's car. That's would have been 22 on that car back in the day.
So Randy, we're talking about paint schemes tonight, but in a couple weeks at Charlotte Motor Speedway, we're going to be talking about paint schemes again. Patrick Gaspar threw down the gauntlet for the IVRL boys a couple weeks ago that he's going to give away some iRacing bucks for the best paint scheme as voted by people in the IVRL at Charlotte. Well, last week I upped the ante to $20. So in 2 weeks to $20 from myself to make it $40 to the best paint scheme. So my question is, where are these paint schemes? These boys haven't sent them to me. I haven't been able to, show everybody their paint schemes. I don't know if they're waiting. But folks, in 2 weeks, I'm going to need all of you who are out there watching us get involved and really help us choose the best paint scheme that night.
Maybe they think these paint schemes are good enough.
We shall see. We shall see if they run them again. But it'll be the Memorial Day week race. We'll be doing... why did that pop up? Go away. I don't know why that popped up. We'll be running America themed. So I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome night of racing that night. So we're getting ready to go to qualifying here in just a second.
We are. Will Cannon is your first car on the track. He looks like he's taking a nice slow lap around, just waiting around the exit of turn 2. Patrick Gaspar in his constant Jimmy Johnson throwback coming out of turn 2, and he loops it. He hit the brakes, did that on purpose. We're going to take a look at Harvey Abrams. Harvey Abrams says he's running a 1973 Frank Warren throwback scheme tonight. He will be the
Harvey Abrams said that?
Harvey Abrams said that. Yes, he did.
Frank Ward?
Frank Warren from 1973.
It looks very reminiscent. Even the numbers look very reminiscent of the 22 car that used to run.
Maybe they happen to drive the same type of scheme.
It's very close. The only thing I was just wondering, is that supposed to be gold or is it supposed to be yellow? And that would be the difference. The yellow would be definitely a different color than the way the 22 car was, because the 22 car was more a little bit more gold. So that would be my only thing. As we're watching at least I'm watching Harvey Abrams run around the track.
I have Harvey Abrams up here as well. I'm just having some
ran
issues.
22 or 29 .953. Makes him 8th on the board right now as he works his way down off the turn and
What
across
in
the
the
stripe.
world is
And
happening
he
here?
does no better on his second lap.
All right, let's try this. Well, that's strange.
As Nick Adams works on the bugs going on behind the scenes. Sit here and
Why
watch
is
some of the qualifying, try to talk about some stuff here. We got Patrick Gasper right now sitting on the pole at 29.257. Second is Thomas Carino Jr. at a 29.362. Greg Holt, last week's winner, is 29.383. Kristen Converse, the 15-year-old who decided to skip karate practice tonight, is 29.410. Ira Kohlhaas right now sitting 5th on the grid at 29. Actually, he got bumped to 6th by Nicholas Weatherby in that number 23, 29.389. That also knocked Kristen Converse back to 5th. So that's your top 5
Okay, so that's
as we speak right now.
SDK issue.
We are waiting for, let's see, Scott Williams. When talking to Greg Holt the other night, he said Scott Williams was going to be really good at this track. Scott did not qualify very well at all, 31.538. That sets him up 17th on the grid right now.
Well then.
Look at this. Kristen Converse had a great second lap and will qualify on the pole right now at a 29.201. This is a guy, Greg Holt, said that he didn't think that he was going to do all that well at this track because he doesn't run it that much. I think he just proved his teammate wrong.
Joseph Causey's on track right now.
We'll see how well Joseph does. I'm kind of hoping Joseph does not do well. He did not do well qualifying last week. He actually ended up taking out half the field on lap 1. So I'm hoping he qualifies like 14th, 15th, something like that. But we'll see.
Joseph Causey did not set a time. He tried to set some times and he could not set a time.
Well, good. Now he's back out there. He's trying again.
He's not going to have time.
Yeah, he's up through the gears now. Going to try to get out on
Qualifying
the
is
track.
over now, so he's not going to have time to settle out.
He's not going to make it, so he will end up starting on the grid at 19th. So
let's see.
I actually like that move better. I just don't think he is a guy that needs to be up there.
I don't think he did it on purpose.
Oh, I don't think he did either. But when you're running around your teammates that early on, I think you really get, antsy. You want to start doing something. I think he's more of a momentum type guy. I think it takes him a little bit to get into his groove, and I like watching him come through the field. So
I do as well. I enjoy watching Joseph come through the field. I think that makes him even better than
than what he really is.
No, no, that's not what I meant.
I'm just kidding. Hey, we got to make a shout out to our good buddy Adam Wood in the number 45, who is running the Ghostfire Media car. So thanks, Adam, for the shout outs to everybody in Ghostfire Media. And as we've always talked about, Adam is the brainchild, pretty much a co-brainchild of Ghostfire Media.
Okay. Randy, you'd never like to hear me say okay like that.
No, I don't. What happened? We just got knocked offline?
No, we're online. I'm just having some annoying technical difficulties.
Well, that's not good.
No, it's really not. I think I'm back up and running with it now. It should be... Oh, okay. Sometimes just requires a reset.
We are sitting in warm-up right now, waiting for...
About 3 minutes left here in the warm-up, so we're going to take a little look-see around here and just see what we got going on. I want to focus on Nicholas Weatherby really quick. That number 23 car. The number 23 car this month, May is Mental Health Month. And as most of us know, there is a stigma around mental health. And Nicholas's car this month, or this at least tonight, is sponsored by. He's put Mental Health Month on it, and it's in the rear. It says hashtag Stop the Stigma or Break the Stigma, and it is true. It is true. We do need to break that stigma. We move forward in so many places inside this world, Randy Pepper, but mental health is just something that it seems we just refuse to move forward in. So we want to give a few moments of our time to back Nicholas Weatherby in his statement of break the stigma.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people deal with, whether it's just anxiety. I mean, that is part of a mental health problem. That it could be as little as that. It could be something that is, something like being scared to go into a room with people. I mean, there's all kinds of different types of mental health problems. Some severe, some some little like the ones I've talked about that to most people. But yeah, we need to talk about that a little bit.
We do. There's minor ones like anxiety, but there's also major ones like depression. And in the last year and a half or so, with everything that's gone on in the world with the global pandemic, has definitely brought out anxiety and depression in a lot of people. So you don't know what the person next to you, or the person in front of you, or the person you're working with is going through. So especially now, just be a little bit kinder to everybody around you.
Yeah, and don't forget your meds. If you are on meds, please do take them. They do matter. I've known people that have not taken their meds when they do have forms of mental health, and they think they can go around without them, but they cannot. So please, if you are prescribed a medicine, please take them. As you're watching him run around the track, and just saw, I
saw somebody spin around behind him. Who was that?
I think it was Tom Schuett.
That was Tom Schuett. That was. Tom's car is all jacked up. He hasn't had a good warm up. That number 32 Ford Mustang has definitely gotten a couple of Darlington stripes.
I will tell you this: one person that needs to be, I need to say something to, is my buddy Pat Patterson. Just texted me and said, "What's the best stuff to clean and shine my guitar?" I don't know how many times I told him, polish.
I don't know. What do you clean your guitar with, Randy? Polish? I didn't know about that.
I didn't know about that.
I didn't know that polish was a thing. Yeah, where do you buy Randy, if I'm in the South Florida area, where can I buy some polish?
Well, you can go to the Guitar Act, 1672 and a half Ridgeway Avenue, just north of Fulham, beautiful Daytona Beach. But he's actually in Arizona. He's in Phoenix. I think the heat must be affecting him.
Well, you know what you could do? You could box some of it up and ship it out to him.
That's okay.
You're not boxing up nothing?
No.
Oh, man.
I'll send him something. He's been bugging me for T-shirts, so I got to send him T-shirts as well.
Well, Randy Pepper, you want to run us down our starting lineup tonight?
I will run us down for a while here. I will go to, how about number 12, and then you head it on from 12 out.
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right, starting in the poll. Actually, you know what? My poll did not come up.
You want me to go from 1st to 12th, and you go back from there?
Well, if I can get it, if it comes up. No, I'm not. Mine is not refreshing, unfortunately.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, on poll tonight, Christian Converse making his return to the Buttkicker series tonight. Patrick Gaspar in second. Thomas Carino Jr. will line up third. Greg Holt will line up fourth. Nicholas Weatherby will line up fifth. Ira Kohlhaas in sixth. Charles Urich in seventh. Joshua Gathright in eighth. Adam Wood in ninth. And rounding out your top 10 will be Joey McKinney. In 11th, Brandon Massey. In 12th, Tyler Walden. And then as we jump over here, in 13th, It's going to be Michael Payne, 14th, Harvey Abrams, 15th, Ryan Cleaver, 16th, Tom Schuett, 17th, Scott Williams, 18th, Will Cannon, 19th, Joseph Causey, 20th, Brandon Key, 21st, Coda McKinney, 22nd, Bob Carroll, and rounding out the field in 23rd will be Derek Shilling. And Mr. Pepper, I did that perfectly because we are coming. We are coming to the green flag.
Yeah, we're coming to green flag, and thank God I can see that. It was just at the first part there, it wasn't, refreshing itself. Here we go. We are green flag racing as Christian Converse. Michael Waltrip pulls out to the lead over Patrick Gasper. Gasper's 1, 2, 3 back behind him, and then it's another one back to Thomas Carino Jr., who's leading the force off of turn number 2 as they go down the back straightaway. Christian Converse still holding on to that position, and here comes the first challenge of the night as Thomas Carino Jr. looks to the inside of trying to get around that Patrick Gasper car. He dives down low. He'll have to tuck back up behind the Gasper car as we complete lap number 1 here at Darlington.
Lap number 1 at Darlington in the books, and I have the wrong thing on here. And we have your leader, Christian Converse, out about a half a second ahead. Patrick Gaspar right behind him. Nicholas Weatherby, and they're all lined up single file throughout the field as we see some cars slide down the bottom of the track. But we are single file around the entire track. Brandon Massey loses a position, though, to Joshua Gathright off into 3 and 4. Everybody running up as close to the wall as they can, Randy Pepper, but everybody's trying to stay away from the wall because of the update today to the track surface. We've got a spinner out of 4, I think. Scott Williams with a good save. Big save by Scott Williams. The update today, Randy Pepper, to the iRacing surface here at Darlington Raceway has made it a lot slicker and a lot harder to run the high line.
Yeah, how do you feel that you think about these guys that maybe practiced for days and days to try to get ready for this race, only to have iRacing update it today? So you had to relearn everything here quick in a practice, and you may have learned it, you may have not. So
you know what I say to that, Randy?
Yeah.
Think about it. You unload on a Friday, the racetrack is one way. You qualify on a Saturday, the racetrack is another way. And then on a Sunday, you go racing. Guess what? Racetrack's a whole different way. It's part of racing. Adapt.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you can't adapt, then you won't succeed. So if iRace is going to change the game, you just have to adapt to the changes of the track, and the best racers on the track will continue to get better as the night goes along, as they learn this racetrack.
Yeah. Nicholas Weatherby, we're talking about trying to learn the track. I mean, Nicholas Weatherby in that 23 car is just, he is working the track up and down. He goes low, he goes high. He's kissed the wall several times and still working something. He looks down low, he'll look up high. He wants to get around Patrick Gasper, and I can tell that he is faster than Patrick Gasper, but just has nowhere to go because it is a one-groove track.
It is. As we look off the back bumper of Patrick Gaspar, Nicholas Weatherby's going to take a little bit of a sniff to the inside going down into turn 3, but he's not going to make that move. As we see Patrick slide up, though, Nicholas Weatherby's going to get that front end in there. He might make a move for him, but he's not going to as we come down the start-finish straight. And we complete lap number 7. Nicholas Weatherby continues to just sit where he is in 3rd as Christian Converse continues to pull away here.
He's trying. I mean, he's really trying to get around him, and he keeps sniffing, but there's just nothing there to sniff.
He's got his nose to the inside that time going into 3, but it's kind of like if you watch the IndyCar race at Texas this past weekend, it's kind of like that. If you're not in there and you don't own the corner, then you can't make the move.
Yeah, I think as time goes by, maybe in stage 2, maybe 3, I think a lot of these guys are going to get a little bit more aggressive and trying to make that bottom groove work. They're going to try. I don't know if they're going to be able to make it happen, but they are definitely going to try.
Yeah, they're definitely going to try. As now we're on board Nicholas Weatherby, as you just hear how far off the throttle he has to come going down into the corner. There were years ago, Randy Pepper, that going off into 1 and 2 with the old school classic, when everybody called them actual stock cars. When they were actually race cars back then,
Oh, here
Oh,
he
he
goes,
goes to the inside. He goes to the inside. I'll make my point here in a moment. He's not going to be able to pull that move off. But he might get the run, though, down the front stretch. We're going to take a look at it. The front stretch. Here we go. Nicholas Weatherby going to get that little bit of a sniff of a draft down the front stretch into 1 and 2. But he's not going to be able to make that move this time. But he's going to set him up, I think, going down the back stretch, Randy.
He's trying. He's really trying really hard. But look who's behind him as he's trying.
There he
down
goes.
in the
Patrick's
side
going to
by
let him
side,
have it.
he'll get down, and he will get around him. Maybe. He's
Man.
holding on. And here comes Greg Holt, going to make it a 3-car battle as they come off the turn. And Greg Holt is going to have to tuck in behind Patrick Gaspar. No, he's not going to waste any time. He's going to dive to the inside. They're side by side off the turn. And Gaspar gets in the wall, and he's sliding, and he's going to keep it together.
And
wow.
a good save by Patrick Gaspar. Man, oh man, but he's going to lose another spot to Thomas Carino. That right front on that car is pretty crumpled in. The front end has got a little bit of damage, so aerodynamics are a huge thing here at Darlington. They help you get through 3 and 4 more than they do 1 and 2. But man, oh man, he's going to lose some positions here.
Yeah, he's definitely got some damage because he clobbered that wall with a ton. But at least he's hanging on. He's almost in reach of the number 45 of Adam Wood, who is closing in on him as we speak.
Speaking of Adam Wood, in that beautiful Ghostfire Media machine, that thing is...
Yellow! Caution is out on the speedway.
And it's going to be Derek Shilling. We're going to take a look at what happened to Derek Shilling here. Looks like Derek was coming through 3 and 4. And he just pounded the outside wall hard onto the inside wall, and that'll be, I mean, minus maybe some repairs, that'll be the night for Derek Shilling as he pounded the outside wall coming out of turn 4 and absolutely killed the front end. I'm sorry, that was out of turn 2, and absolutely killed the front end of that number 87 G-Pop machine.
Patrick Gaspar is bringing his number 86 down to get some service on that car. I'm sure to get a little bit of that sheet metal pulled away from that right front of the car so he can continue on, and we'll have to just wait and see how long of a repair this is going to be for that 86 Dude Wipes car.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on the diecast dude number 86 and see what happens with Patrick Gaspar.
Dude Wipes. I always want to call him his diecast dude.
Joseph Causey, Randy, never started the race. It doesn't look like.
You know, you are correct. What happened with Joseph Causey?
He might have had some technical issues. I know he looked like he might have been having some in qualifying. But so I was trying to make this point for like 5 laps.
Go ahead.
We had that awesome battle that we couldn't just break up. So before we go off to our first commercial break really quick, Randy, remember about, I want to say 10 or 12 years ago, maybe 13 years ago, going off in a 1 and 2, it was almost just a breath off the throttle. It wasn't hard into the brakes until you got almost into the beginning of the apex. And then you had to get hard on the brakes in 1 and 2. And then 3 and 4 drove like the rest of this track does now. You had to get off the brakes about 3/4 of the way down the backstretch, roll it off in there, really diamond 3 and 4. But this new aero package has really changed the way that Darlington Raceway is driven. And now with the difference in the groove and just the more grip on these tires and just how unhappy these cars get in dirty air, it's almost impossible to race side by side here at Darlington.
Yeah, it is. And it's a chore to try to do it for sure. But you know, like I said, we're going to probably see some guys going to try. They're going to try to pull it down to the bottom of the track and try to make it a 2-groove track. They're going to find out quickly that that wall comes up in a hurry. You know, when you get too low down on the track. So
Definitely.
We'll see.
But Randy, Patrick, we are going to take a step away as Christian Converse has led all 15 laps here. We are under our first caution for a single car incident here at Darlington Raceway.
For 20 years, the Guitar Attic has been your home for used and vintage guitars in the Daytona Beach area and at GuitarAttic.com. The Guitar Attic is your home for used and vintage guitars. Whether you're looking for that collector's piece or that beginner piece, they've got you covered. With names like Fender, Gibson, Gretsch, Ibanez, Martin, Taylor, and much, much more, the Guitar Attic has all the guitars you need. And bass players, they haven't forgot about you. They've got all the top names. Amplifiers from Friedman, Victoria, Fender, Boss, and many, many more. They also have the largest selection of used pedals anywhere in the Southeast. The Guitar Attic, located at 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue, just north of Flomish in Holly Hill, Florida. Also, check us out online at guitarattic.com.
Back to Darlington Raceway. It's the IVRL Buttkicker race here at Darlington Raceway with Randy Pepper and Nick Adams here in the booth for Ghostfire Media on this beautiful Tuesday night. I am here in Daytona Beach, Florida. Nick is somewhere up in the northeast.
I'm sitting in the beautiful state of Massachusetts in the Boston area.
Yeah.
So, folks, we are coming to 1 to green here, but if you're a little bit cold, or if you need something to warm you up, or if you're too hot and you need a light shirt, you can purchase a Ghostfire Media tank top for just $25.99 at ghostfiremedia.creatorspring.com. As we go back green here, Randy Pepper.
Here we go. Green flag racing. Christian Converse jumps out to a 1-2-3 car length lead over a battle for second place as Greg Holt was trying to get around Nicholas Weatherby. Weatherby is going to slam the door on the number 91. Greg Holt is going to have to follow in his tracks. He'll sniff again to the inside, but he'll have to sniff to the backup bumper of that 23 as that 23 is setting sail and trying to catch.
Oh, Weatherby tapped the wall. He's in the wall.
We had several people in that wall there. Not just him. It was several guys behind Nicholas Weatherby, as Weatherby is still holding on to that position.
Weatherby continues to hold on to that position as we look off the hood of Charles Urich. As we see him, he gets a big run down the backstretch. What's he going to be able to do with it? Greg Holt to the inside. He's looking to the inside of Nicholas Weatherby down the wall, and Nicholas Weatherby sideways in the wall again.
Tough braking.
He's going backwards hard.
He's dropping big time there.
He's got some serious damage to the right side of that race car. So does Greg Holt. Greg Holt's been on the wall. Nicholas Weatherby's been on the wall. The real contenders that can go out there and challenge Christian Converse have kind of taken themselves out. Less than 20 laps of there. Adam Wood with a Darlington stripe out of turn 2.
Wow, they have rubbed and tugged that wall hard tonight.
They have. That wall is rubbing and tugging really hard tonight. As Josh McGathray has scouted the throttle hard. As Nicholas Weatherby once again into the wall. But we're going to look back in the pack just a second here, Randy Pepper. Patrick Gaspar has made moves since the restart.
Whoa, Weatherby's in the wall again.
Man, oh man, Nicholas Weatherby is going to need a caution, and he's into the wall again. Big one that time. That car won't turn. Adam Wood in the wall as well. Man, oh man, Nicholas Weatherby's going to have to bring that car to pit road because that thing's not going to turn. Man, oh man, holy schmoly, Randy Pepper. This is not turning out well for a lot of these guys.
Patrick Gaspar nearly got taken out by the, I believe that's the number 65 of Brandon Massey. Massey got loose and came down and slammed on the inside of him. Now this time Patrick Gaspar is getting around him. Says, I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Oh, we got a spinner. Cody McKinney's around. Cody McKinney is around. Joey McKinney, Cody McKinney, Tom Schuett, all involved in this. Oh, man. Randy Pepper, we saw it live. We're going to take a look back and see what happened. But, man, oh, man. What happened to Cody McKinney?
I did not see it, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
Out of turn 2, it just looks like Tom Schuett got a heck of a run out of turn 4 and just absolutely demolished the left rear quarter panel of the 14, and Ryan Cliver got into the wall. Joey McKinney got some damage, but it looks like minus a little bit of the damage on the left rear for Cody McKinney. It looks like that car should be in pretty decent shape here.
Well, this is going to allow a few guys to come down pit road and get some service.
We do want to go back and see if I can find that pass that Greg Holt made on Nicholas Weatherby. Here we go. And it was off. You know what? It was a little bit of net code. It was a little bit of net code, Randy Pepper. Actually, it was a lot of bit of net code, and Nicholas Weatherby didn't get hit. It's just, yeah, a lot of net code turned the car a little bit to the right, and unfortunately, what could end up being something that takes Nicholas Weatherby out of the opportunity to win this race is just going to be coming down to a little bit of a net code issue here. But and then he went down into 1 and 2, and he pounded the wall again a couple laps later, and just continued to hit the wall. So Nicholas is going to have to come down and get some damage repaired.
He hasn't done it yet, so I'm not so sure he's going to.
That car cannot be driving pretty, that's for sure.
Well, evidently
Joseph
he thinks
Causey,
he's driving good enough.
Joseph Causey was also involved in something here. We're going to go back and see what happened to Joseph. Joseph was coming on the track, and yeah, Joseph Causey is having some sort of technical difficulties.
Yeah, I see him pitting right now.
So, because he was coming out of the pits and he ended up pounding the inside retaining wall pretty hard. So, we have some guys pitting for some damage repair. We're going to see Adam Wood just barely stay on the lead lap here. He came in, got some damage repaired. He's been into the outside retaining wall once tonight. One of many guys. Cody McKinney came in, got 4 fresh tires after he obviously spotted his sideways. Looks like the right side of his car is pancaked as well. So, there's not a lot of race cars on the track tonight that haven't been into the wall. And it looks like
it's a tough track.
It is. It's definitely a tough track, but it looks like Joey McKinney doesn't have a front end on his car. I don't know where that came from, but Joey McKinney has no front clip.
Wow.
I'm not sure where that came from, but the bad luck for the McKinneys continues again. As we talked about it on the podcast, that they are just a bad luck magnet.
Yeah, absolutely. Just can't say enough about their luck. It's not good at all.
It's definitely not good. The one thing you wouldn't say about their luck is that it's good.
No, definitely not. Caution is still on the raceway tonight here at Darlington.
We're coming to 1 to green.
We're going to line them back up here in a second, and we'll go back to green flag racing with Christian Converse leading his teammate Greg Holt.
Hey, Randy Pepper, you know what that number 90 of Christian Converse could use?
I would say probably a butt kicker.
He could use a butt kicker, but more importantly, he could use a Ghostfire Media die-cast cut sticker.
Absolutely.
Do you know how much you can get a Ghostfire Media die-cast cut sticker for?
I do not know, but you're going to tell me.
I am. At ghostfiremedia.creatorspring.com, you can get a Ghostfire Media die-cast cut sticker for $6.99.
Wow, that's a deal.
That is a deal. Won't find it anywhere else, folks.
That's right. They look great on the back of your car.
They would. They'll look great in the back of your car, on top of your notebook. Like Adam Wood is going to put it on his Yeti tumbler. They can put it anywhere. It'll stick anywhere.
Yeah. Hey, we're going back to green flag racing as Kristen Converse and Greg Holt started.
Greg Holt, he spun his tires.
Yeah, I was like, oh, we got 2 cars on the wall.
Oh, big one back there. Oh, no, Will Cannon, Brandon Key.
Oh.
Caution is going to come back out at the racetrack.
It was a bad wreck there. They both hit that wall with a ton.
Will Cannon has
and that
no
inside
front clip.
wall is not nice at all to your car.
No, we're going to go ahead and take a look at it. That's what Greg Holt needed, though. Greg Holt needed a mulligan. He just got it.
Yeah, because they were getting ready to just run around him.
So see if we can figure out what happened to Will Cannon here as we came out of turn 4. Brandon Key got up into the outside wall. Looks like he might have spun his tires, and when that happened, he just came straight down into Will Cannon and, pile drove the 8 and the 08 straight to the inside wall. We'll go on board Brandon Key here, see if that's exactly what happened. If he spun his tires or what. No, it looks like he just went up the track a little bit too far, and it was nowhere to go for Will Cannon.
Tough break for both of them.
We'll take a look at it from the view of Adam Wood as you just see 2 cars right up in front of you. Just go straight down the racetrack. Just an unfortunate incident there for these guys.
And Will Cannon, I thought we might see Will Cannon do well tonight, but that's going to end that theory.
I did as well.
Everybody is down on pit road.
Everybody is coming down pit road, Randy Pepper. Everybody who's anybody is on pit road right now.
Everybody loves somebody sometimes.
Brandon Massey and Ira Kohlhaas both stayed out, so we'll keep an eye on that. But we'll keep an eye on your race off pit road.
Now this is going to be fun to see. We're doing 4. Or we doing 2?
I think every time you come in, you're going to take 4. I don't think there's
so
a question.
Too. Oh, there's always that one guy.
Christian Converse, Joshua Gathright, Nicholas Weatherby, and then after that, Patrick Gaspar, Thomas Carino. Looks like Adam Wu is going to get out in front of Greg Holt. Greg Holt might have had some damage as he's just now exiting the pits. Cody McKinney is still in there. Yes, there's some definite game-changing moments here happening on pit road really early on here tonight, Randy Pepper.
Yeah, I'm wondering about Ira Kohlhaas, who is
Ira pitted on
right
lap
now.
13. So
yeah, he did earlier, so he...
Being that there's only, 12 laps left in the stage? No, I'm sorry. Ira Kohlhaas is going to win stage 1.
Yeah, there's only
30 laps in the stage. Ira Kohlhaas and Brandon Massey, the teammates for Bohica Esports, are going to come home 1 and 2 here in stage number 1. So your stage 1 results are as follows. Ira Kohlhaas, Brandon Massey, Christian Converse, Joshua Gathright, Nicholas Weatherby, Charles Urich, Patrick Gaspar, Harvey Abrams, Adam Wood, and Greg Holt. So Adam Wood, after winning at Talladega a couple weeks ago, able to win the stage.
Yeah.
Or get a 9th in the stage.
Top 10.
Top 10 in the stage, yep.
Yeah. Wow. So I'm thinking that Christian Converse thought everybody was going to follow him, and Ira Kohlhaas and Brandon Massey said, "Why would you pit? I'm going to stay out here."
Well, Ira pitted on lap 13. Brandon pitted on lap 22. You're about 42 to. Let me look at my communication really quick.
Will Cannon has
35 to 42 laps of green flag to get to the end of a stage on a tank of fuel. So 35 laps would put us at about lap 46 for Ira, so he's not going to make the end of stage 2. Brandon Massey is on the edge, but he's just barely going to miss it. Everybody else should make the stage.
Yeah.
This could get interesting. But Randy Pepper, we're coming to the green flag as we come on at 2 down the backstretch.
Stage 2. I know what that means.
What does that mean, Randy Pepper?
It means we're getting ready to crank it up.
We are. We are going to crank it up here on the Ghostfire Media Network for the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series at Darlington Raceway. Folks, I hope you enjoy the sights and the sounds of 160 miles an hour inside of a mile-long racetrack. Looks like an oblong egg. Here we go out of turn 4. They extended it.
I see that.
The lights
Something
are
was-
off, so we're gonna.
Oh, we did that again. Why not? Hey! Anticipation. Yeah. Build up for nothing. That's right. It's almost like waiting for that really hot chick to dance at the Cheetah Club and she never comes out.
Randy, you know how I said I was gonna make a shirt earlier that says you hit everything except for the hot dog stand or the hot dog girl?
The girl, yeah.
That one is now gonna be a T-shirt as well. You wait for the girl to come out at the Cheetah Club and she never comes out. Things Randy Pepper says. Man, oh man. Also the rub and tug. We're gonna have the rub and tug T-shirt.
Oh no, gosh.
Yeah, we're gonna
You
have
rub
to get
and
our.
tug that wall, the other
Oh
driver.
boy, oh boy.
I mean, come on, you definitely. I mean, this track is definitely a rub and tug track.
All right, let's
Hey,
try that
go.
again.
Fire it up! Let's go, boys! Eric Kohlhaas leads the field around the track here, Darlington Raceway. He's out by 1, 2, 3 car lengths, but he slaps that wall, and Brandon Massey is gained on the back bumper of that number 29 car, but it's only 2 car lengths that he's gained, but he still needs 2 more. And then back behind them, we have the guy that led just about every lap in stage 1, Christian Converse, in that number 90, has now set his sights on the top 2 leaders here at Darlington.
As we come out of turn 2, we're on board Ira Kohlhaas. As we go down the backstretch here at Darlington. To the inside, you see the 65 of Brandon Massey try to make that move. The teammates, I don't know how hard the teammates are going to race each other, Randy Pepper, out of turns 3 and 4 down the front stretch. But Brandon Massey to the inside, he's got his car there at the quarter panel. Will he make the move down into turn 1? And he will. The teammates are going to drive each other pretty hard, Brandon Massey. Oh! Woo! Slide job there in turns 1 and 2. Ira Kohlhaas definitely let his teammate have it there. He didn't want to wreck the 2 of them out. But we see Christian Converse doing the one thing Michael Waltrip could never do in the Aaron's Dream Machine. Fight for the lead. Oh, I ran the wall big time!
Ira Kohlhaas in the wall! And that's where those 13... lap number 13 tires is showing their self to everyone, because they're not.
Oh, Weatherby! Gathright! Patrick Gaspar! Adam Wood! Big one! Oh, man, oh, man.
Caution.
And the caution is out. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh. Last week we talked about Joseph Causey having egg on his face. This week it's Ira Kohlhaas.
You know, we knew that something was going to go wrong at some time, because he pitted on lap 13. Those tires, after 15 laps, those tires are really junk at that point, and they were definitely showing their.
So, I think some of these guys got away with little to no. Adams got not much.
Our leader, no, not our leader, but it looks like Christian Converse is pitting.
Joshua
he's playing possum.
Joshua Gathright has a bunch. Definitely. She crying? Definitely going to be. It's going to be a conversation to be had. You know, Ira's obviously going to be apologizing. That's just who he is. He didn't mean to do that. We're going to go back and take a look and see what happened here. Tyler Walden was involved in this. Tyler Walden and Derek Shilling were crashing before this, Randy. So Derek Shilling and Tyler Walden were crashing in the front stretch with Brandon Key and some other drivers. And then there was another crash. Yeah, we have Joseph Causey, Brandon Key, Derek Shilling, Tyler Walden involved in another incident on the front stretch. And then you go off into turn 1 and you see Patrick Gaspar, Nicholas Weatherby, and Ira Kohlhaas. Patrick had nowhere to go. He just drove into it. He actually drove into the wall trying to avoid it. Adam Wood had nowhere to go. Nicholas Weatherby caught in it unbeknownst to what was coming. Joshua Gathright got stuck in it. Just a little unfortunate. But I'll tell you who the luckiest person on the racetrack is right now.
Just one thing after another. Yeah, one thing after another.
There is one lucky person on the racetrack, and I'm trying to figure out who that is. The 77, Charles Urick is in third, and he missed that wreck by millimeters.
Wow. I was going to say Brandon Massey because he didn't have to see any of it. But here we go. We're once again, Brandon Massey is leading, but he stopped and got tires at lap 22 in stage 1.
Yep,
He's the only one that stayed out.
His
so
tires are 5 laps older than everybody.
I think I would have pitted.
I might have as well, but Randy Pepper, we are going to pause for 60 seconds. 60 seconds to hear from our sponsor. You're not going to miss a second of the action, though, as we're going to go side by side.
For 20 years, the Guitar Attic has been your home for used and vintage guitars in the Daytona Beach area and at GuitarAddict.com. The Guitar Attic is your home for used and vintage guitars. Whether you're looking for that collector's piece or that beginner piece, they've got you covered. With names like Fender, Gibson, Gretsch, Ibanez, Martin, Taylor, and much, much more, the Guitar Attic has all the guitars you need. And bass players, they haven't forgot about you. They've got all the top names. Amplifiers from Friedman, Victoria, Fender, Boss, and many, many more. They also have the largest selection of used pedals anywhere in the Southeast. The Guitar Attic, located 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue, just north of Flomish in Holly Hill, Florida. Also, check us out online at GuitarAddict.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series here at Darlington Raceway. 125 laps. We're down 40 of them through one stage, halfway through stage 2. Had a few cautions here tonight, 4 cautions. We have a bunch of cars out of this race, though. We have 16 cars in the lead lap, 20 cars still running, 3 cars out of the race. Will Cannon, Derek Shilling, Bob Kerr, all listed as DNFs tonight. It's going to affect the points as we get closer and closer to the playoffs. We are halfway through the regular season, Randy Pepper. This is race number 14. A little bit over halfway through the regular season, only 8 races left to the playoffs. So we got to keep an eye on where these guys are and how they're doing.
Yeah, and the season is flying by. I don't know if you feel that way, but I do. As the pace car pulls off, and we're going back to green flag racing as Brandon Massey is your leader. And he's trying to hold off that number 90 of Christian Converse. Converse has a ton of speed going into turn number 1, and he will blast around that outside and leave Massey behind by 1,
Big wreck
2,
behind
3
him! Big wreck behind him!
And that's another 1.
3-4 cars in the wall
trouble,
back there.
trouble.
We got problems. It looks like Tom Schuett may be possibly involved. We've got problems, though, here. Caution is out on the racetrack for the 5th time tonight. Michael Payne, the number 6, involved in this again. Let's see what happens.
Michael Payne is the 15th.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The 15
Michael Payne and Tom Schuett involved in that. We'll go back a little bit more to see what happened. It looks like... Let's go back a little bit further. All right, going off in a 1. Michael Payne got shot like a rocket by Harvey Abrams, and Tom Schuett just came up the track just a little bit. Just Harvey Abrams and Tom Schuett. No damage to any other cars. I don't think there's any damage to either of them either. Just the car stopped in the middle of the racetrack, ended up causing a caution here. 6th caution of the night. Cautions breed cautions, Randy.
Yep.
Realistically, all this is doing is helping Christian Converse.
Yeah.
Also,
letting him relax. The only bad thing is
can we talk about that green flag? I have never seen anybody get a run like that, not being the leader in this league. We're going to go back actually and look at that really quick. Because
if you remember, though, that Massey has older tires.
Christian Converse got shot out of a rocket and cleared him going into 1.
He did.
I think maybe Massey waited to go on the green flag, and not many people wait to go on the green. Most of them go coming out of 4. So I think Brandon might have waited to go on the green, and that might have cost him the lead.
It might have. You have to remember you are the leader. You kind of dictate that green, and sometimes if you don't get on it, right on it, you're going to lose it.
Yeah,
That's
if you
pretty
don't
much what
go in the
happened.
restart zone, then the flagman starts it. And if the flagman starts it, it's whoever gets on the throttle first.
Yep.
Because the way the rule works is if the flagman starts it, you can beat the leader to the line because the leader did not control the restart. But if the leader starts the restart, you cannot beat the leader. Now, we've seen that, in real life, we've seen that change the outcome of races time and time again because people go right before the flagman waves the green flag and they beat the leader in the restart zone. And that's a no-no.
Right.
But Randy Pepper, we are at a racetrack tonight that holds the record for one of the closest and most exciting finishes of all time.
Yep, I remember it well.
And I believe it was Ricky Craven's last career victory. And the only victory for that Tide machine.
Well, while he was driving,
Yes.
yes.
Yes. So it was
Darrell Waltrip won in that Tide machine as well.
That was by far the most entertaining finish to a race I've seen in a long time. But
yeah, Kurt Busch was just banging all over the side of Craven's car.
Well,
that
I don't know
crazy.
if people don't remember the small details of that race. Like Kurt Busch hadn't been challenged much throughout the day. Kurt was one of the more dominant cars. And to have Ricky Craven drive up the way he did was just based on new tires. Well, not new tires. They were both on pretty crappy old tires. But
yeah,
to be able to drive up the way he did was just all might and determination. And it all came together for Ricky Craven that day. And no, I'm not disrespecting the Tide ride. What I'm saying is that when the 32 car was around, I think that's the only win the 32 ever got for that specific team, not Tide as a sponsor.
The 32, I believe, actually did win races with Robbie Gordon.
But was that under the same team?
I believe it was.
I will have to go back and look. So, because, for me being the NASCAR encyclopedia that I am, I don't know the answer to that question.
Should I text Pat Patterson?
Text Pat and see he might know before I can find it. But we're going back green,
all right, hey,
Pepper.
we're going back. Yeah, we're going back green flag racing. As the field is stacked up, Christian Converse is leading the race right now. Once again with Brandon Massey right there next to him, and Converse gets on the gas, but Massey's not willing to let him just run away.
Spinner, caution, and man, oh man, Randy.
Yellow is back out at Darlington Raceway.
Man, oh man. Joshua Gathright, Ryan Cleaver, Cody McKinney involved in it again. We'll go back and see what happened. He's coming to the line. Adam Wood spun the tires, got into Cody. Cody spun back down the track. He was all by himself, but let's see how Josh Gathright and Ryan Cleaver got involved in that. Looks like Josh slowed down, backed it down so much that he locked up the brakes. I mean, he locked him up and turned him across the front of the field, right in front of the 11 of Ryan Cleaver. So, unfortunate for them. Unfortunate for Cody McKinney as well, as we'll try to take a look on board with Adam Wood here and see what happened to Adam. He just got on it, and it broke loose, and that might be terminal for Adam Wood. He hit the outside wall pretty hard, then he hit the inside wall pretty hard. So we'll keep an eye on Adam Wood, see if he goes in and parks it. He's definitely going to have some repair time on that car. So we'll keep an eye on Adam Wood, who's in 7th right now, but hasn't had the cleanest race. Neither has, not many people have. I don't think there's a single car on the racetrack that hasn't hit the outside wall at some point here tonight, Randy.
Yeah. Everybody has tasted that outside wall and earned their Darlington stripe tonight.
Christian Converse is saving fuel. What that tells me is these guys are close on fuel. That's telling me we're close on fuel for the stage. 32 to 35 laps with all the cautions.
Yeah.
You
They'll
would
have
think-
about 32 laps, I believe. When they pitted about lap
27.
28.
27 they all
27,
pitted.
okay.
Lap 60, that's about 33 laps. That's right outside the fuel. It's right in between the fuel window, but with all the caution laps we've only run 4 or 5 green flag laps. So to have that many green flag laps and to have those little green flag laps and continue to maybe be close on fuel is very interesting here. But Randy, we're going to take a pause for the causes. Who knows? This could be the last one for the night. Maybe we'll go green flag the rest of the way other than the stage break. But we'll be right back after we hear from our sponsor, Guitar Addict.
For 20 years, the Guitar Addict has been your home for used and vintage guitars in the Daytona Beach area and at GuitarAddict.com. The Guitar Addict is your home for used and vintage guitars. Whether you're looking for that collector's piece or that beginner piece, they've got you covered. With names like Fender, Gibson, Gretsch, Ibanez, Martin, Taylor, and much, much more, the Guitar Addict has all the guitars you need. And bass players, they haven't forgot about you. They've got all the top names. Amplifiers from Friedman, Victoria, Fender, Boss, and many, many more. They also have the largest selection of used pedals anywhere in the Southeast. The Guitar Addict, located at 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue, just north of Flemish in Holly Hill, Florida. Also, check us out online at GuitarAddict.com.
Well, welcome back to Darlington Raceway. It's the IVRL Racing Series, a butt kicker series on this Tuesday night edition of the racing action here at Darlington Raceway. Christian Converse is your leader with Brandon Massey running second. Greg Holt is running in row 2 in the number 91. And Charles Yerk is the number 76 to his outside on row 2. Row 3 is Scott Williams and Thomas Carino Jr. as we make our way down, I believe we're down the back straightaway. And we'll get ready to go
All right.
green flag racing here in just about a half a lap. And Nick,
Yes.
how you feeling now?
Pretty good. Hopefully that solves my
Pretty
issue.
good. Okay, good. I was hoping you were going to solve some issues, take care of some business. As you can hear the motors revving up. They are ready to go back to green flag racing. They want to run a lot this time. They don't want to go to caution again. They've had enough of cautions. These guys are ready to green flag race for a while. And just like that, wham, bam, here goes Christian Converse on the gas by 1, 2, 3. Carlinks over Brandon Massey. Then it's a great side-by-side battle.
And we're
just in
back
time for
under
another-
caution.
Back under caution once
Joshua
again.
Gathright once again. Man, oh man, Randy Pepper. Cautions. Breed cautions. Take a look at what happened.
You know,
this
these are
time.
like a rabbit. I mean, we're breeding caution more than the Easter Bunny.
Oh, that was
So-
another tire spin. This time Michael Payne spun his tires and then he just drove it into the door of
The Legion
Josh
of
Gathright.
Doom just slipped up on him.
Yeah, it's not pretty out there. I mean, there's definitely going to be some upset individuals tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're getting people are getting Darlington stripes under the caution here, Randy. That's what caused the last 3 cautions. People
Yeah.
getting Darlington stripes under caution. Well, what this is good practice for Brandon Massey to see when Christian Converse goes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But Brandon
Definitely.
Massey
And
is going
it's
to be able
allowing
to stretch that fuel run to 60 laps.
Yeah. Also, he's able to last a whole stage on tires that are a whole lot older than everybody else.
Yeah, when you say that, Randy, people are going to go, his tires are only 5 laps older. But 5 green flag laps at Darlington, especially if you're pushing,
Is a lot.
is a lot of laps
Yeah,
at Darlington on those tires,
that-
especially on those
That
right
right
front.
front.
Yeah.
Yeah, that right front has got. I mean, if we were running green right now, that right front would be so hot right now. It would be burning like, an egg on concrete right now in Florida.
Yeah, a lot of the issues that you have at Darlington usually end up being melted beads. And for those of you who aren't race fans, how you melt the bead in a tire is by heating up the tire to an extreme that Goodyear doesn't test for. So these tires are made to run, Randy, I'd say, around 160, 170 degrees. They can kind of handle that. When you start putting your right front tire at 220, 230, 240 degrees Fahrenheit, you start melting beads.
Yep.
And you start having some pretty heavy collisions with the outside wall.
Yeah, you start losing grip like crazy. You start losing grip in the back, and the front starts pushing.
Yeah. And then
a little bit
eventually
of
you
this
have
and-
that failure, and you normally end your day after that because it's your fillings get shaken and your ribs get tossed around and your brain gets thrown around in your head and you end up like me or Randy.
Well, yeah, also, speaking of that, by the way, the Velocicoaster is now being tested at the Universal Orlando Resort. It opens June the 10th, so if you want to make your plans to come down to Florida, the wide open state, who the governor just told us we don't have to wear any mask anymore, and we can run around like outlaws now. So come on down to the Sunshine State and, leave your mask at home.
There's a new name for your state, but
Yeah, I know.
I'll get into that with you off the broadcast. There's a new name for
Yeah, we
your
will.
state.
We definitely will. I want to hear it too. I want to hear what the rest of the world is saying about it. Our world down here. It's funny.
It's definitely a name for your state. That's for sure. I can promise you that.
I know what it's called. We're called the Velocicoaster State.
That would be nice.
Yeah, no. My daughter rode the Velocicoaster yesterday. Said it was one of the most incredible rides that she's ever been on. So, all kidding aside, June the 10th, it does open at Universal Orlando. So skip the Disney parks and head to Universal this year.
Folks, just because the governor says you don't have to wear a mask doesn't mean you can't.
That's right. I got mine still on. So anyways, we're lining up 2 by 2, side by side. The lug nut. Once again, Kristen Converse is going to bring them back to the stripe with Brandon Massey to his outside. Greg Holt and Charles Yerk on row 2. Thomas Carino Jr. and Scott Williams will line up on row 3. Joey McKinney and Ira Kohlhaas will make up row 4. Row 5, it's Brandon Key and Harvey Abrams as the field makes their way. Revving them up. You can hear those cars ready to go once again here at Darlington. Just for how long, we don't know. Hopefully long. Here we go. Just like that. Bam! There goes that number 90 of Christian Converse.
And we got another
jumping out to a
spinner.
1-2
Caution
car
is
length.
out, and that'll be the end of the stage.
Caution is no.
Oh, no, the
it's
caution is
not
not
out.
out. They're staying green. They're staying green. We have a big crash
They're
behind the
staying
field.
green. And Greg Holt was able to get around the Brandon Massey car, but Brandon Massey making a run, trying to get to that inside to take that second. And he's he is hanging on by a thread. That car is loose as a goose.
Now he's going backwards. Now Brandon Massey's tires are showing their age. He's got 3 laps to try to stay in the top 5, and Randy Pepper, he's back to 4th. And Charles Yerrick is a hungry, hungry man. After what he did last week, Charles Yerrick is saying, give me all the top 5 finishes you can give me. Here comes Brandon Massey to the outside of the 3. The 7 of Thomas Carino Jr. sideways off into the corner, though. They're going to be side by side out of turn 4.
Brandon Massey was able to get around him. That's kind of surprising to me that he was able to catch back up to the number 7 of Thomas Carino. Carino's dropping back into the grasp of the number 76 of Yerk, and Yerk's got a handful of Scott Williams. Scott Williams was looking to get around him, and he thought better of it, and he'll back off But he better watch out because right behind him, once again, Ira Kohlhaas is right behind him. We got some great battling going on around the track right now.
Ira has done a great job of coming back from behind. He is 10-lap newer tires, and he's going to push as we enter the white flag for stage number 2. We have a heck of a battle right here in front of you. And this is the best battle on the track. We're going to see to the line, it looks like out of turn 4, you're going to see Christian Converse win stage number 2, and it looks like the battle is going to cease as the end of stage 2 is going to come, and the caution will fly any second. And there it is, the 8th caution of the night. We're halfway here, so if the rain comes, Mr. Pepper, the race is official.
The rain.
The rain.
Yeah, the rain.
We've seen everything else tonight.
Yeah, that's true.
So your stage 2 results. Christian Converse going to take home his, I think, 4th stage win of this season. Greg Holt in 2nd, Brandon Massey in 3rd, Thomas Carino Jr. in 4th, Charles Urick in 5th, Scott R. Williams in 6th, Ira Kohlhaas rebounds to finish 7th in the stage, Cody McKinney finish 8th, Joey McKinney 8th in the stage, Tom Schuett 9th, and 10th is Tyler Walden. We are going to take a look.
Harvey Abrams actually dropped out of the top 10 there.
Yeah, Harvey Abrams did fall back. Yeah, he had a little bit of a tough end of the stage. We're going to go back and look at what I was talking about as the guys start to come down pit road for pit stops. So we're going to go through this pit cycle first, and then we're going to show you what happened at the last restart there in stage 2. And we're just going to try to figure out what in the world happened to these guys. But there was some big issues, as Cody McKinney's now been on pit road for the last 3 minutes getting damage repaired. So unfortunately for him.
And then that's going to put him down another lap probably. He's already 3 laps down.
Yeah,
off
I would
the
say
pace,
Cody's probably going to lose 4 or 5 laps here.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
He had a pretty big hit. There's going to be some serious damage on that car. So. But I would say 4 tires and fuel for everybody is going to come out here. That's the wrong button. There we go. No, that's the wrong button.
Cars are up and down.
Where's the button?
Looks like part of Southern
Greg Holt is
California.
going to win the Brile off pit road, and Christian Converse, Tom Schuett, Charles Urick, Brandon Massey, Scott R. Williams. Something happened to Christian Converse out of the pits, though.
Yeah, I see that. What in the world happened to him?
It's almost like the battery died, but, you know, those are first world problems. I'm not sure what happened to Christian Converse. Let's keep an eye on that. But Greg Holt is your leader right now. We're going to go back, though, to what happened at the beginning of the last stage. The last stage's restart here. Watch Cody McKinney at the top of your screen here. The green and black car. And it just looks like the same thing happened in front of it. Nicholas Weatherby got caught up in that, too. Oh, man. We're going to go back there one more time, see if we can see what happened once again. We're going to ride on board with Nicholas Weatherby. Up in front of him, looks like Harvey Abrams and, Harvey Abrams and the Ada Brandon Key come together. Cody comes down trying to avoid it and just door slams to 23. So, unfortunate circumstances for those two. Nicholas Weatherby is going to be our 5th car of the night to retire. I don't know if we're at Darlington or at a figure 8 racetrack tonight, Randy Pepper, but there are a surefire number of angry body guys back at the virtual iRacing pit shops.
Yes, I would say so. You know, it's kind of, you look at the way the cars are running right now, you see Kazi behind the pace car. Naturally, he's quite a few laps down, but, you know, in a normal race, that's the way we'd see him, but not tonight.
I don't know if that's the new normal, though, Randy Pepper. The last 3 or 4 weeks, Joseph Causey just hasn't been on it. Joseph Causey has kind of hit that lull. And we knew it would come after winning the first, 5 races? We knew that the lull would come. At some point, Joseph was going to, get unlucky. right now is the perfect time of the year to get unlucky if you have 5 wins. Or
Yeah.
7 wins, as he does. Because if you have all those wins, you're guaranteed locked in the playoffs. He can continue to get unlucky until race number 26. After that, he can get unlucky in race 27 and 28, win 29, go to the next round. Get unlucky in race 30 and 31, win 32, go on to the next round. Get unlucky in 33, 34, win 35, and then go race for a championship at 36 and hope to have a good race. He doesn't need to be perfect the rest of the season. He just needs to be good enough to win the championship. And that's what a lot of these guys have to remember, is that a lot of them don't have to be perfect. You just have to be good enough to win a race to be able to fight for that championship.
Yep, absolutely. Hey, we're going back to green flag racing, and just like that, Greg Holt, who is going to lead this lap for the first time tonight. He's leading. He'll bring him across the stripe as he's out by 1 car length over Charles Yerk. But now he's going to open that lead up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 car lengths over Yerk. And Yerk's got right behind him that number 7 of Thomas Carino. And then it's another 1, 2, 3 back to Brandon Massey. And then Scott Williams is running 5th. Scott Williams is who Greg Holt picked to probably win this race tonight. So we'll find out if he's got something left for the end.
He definitely is our mover and our shaker right now. He's up 12 positions since the start of the race. He continues to move forward, and he's one of the fastest guys in the track. Scott Williams is definitely somebody to keep your eye on. But right now, Randy Pepper, we have something to celebrate. We made it a full lap under green.
Hey! Actually, we had a few laps under green right into this stage. But, yeah, with new tires, we made the first time we made it back. So if you looked at that, Scott Williams was able to get around Brandon Massey to take that 4th position, as it looked like Brandon Massey got a little loose, and that allowed the 00 to gain that position. So Scott Williams is definitely the man on the move.
Yeah, they've come alive. The top 4 just set their best laps of the entire race. They're equaling qualifying times right now. Scott Williams! He gets loose out of turn 4 for the second time tonight. He's going to lose all that ground that he had gained. And another spot, Tyler Kohlhaas, out of turn 4, Randy Pepper. That's the area of this racetrack that is a problem area. You're going to see a lot of Ira Kohlhaas out of turn 2. Adam Wood in the wall. Tom Stewart in the wall, I'm sorry. Tom Stewart in the wall behind them. He's going to keep it straight, but man, oh man, he's got another Darlington stripe. But Scott Williams still up 11 positions since the start of this race. He'll get back together here. He'll get moving back forward. But Randy Pepper, we don't have many guys in the racetrack without damage.
No, we've talked about this several times. Everybody around here has got some kind of little bit of a stripe or something on their car.
Massey! What a save by Brandon Massey! He was 90 degrees left coming out of turn 2, and he was able to keep it straight. Man, oh man, Randy Pepper, I'm going to say it. Holy schmoly, what a save out of turn 2.
Well, as we say down here in the great state of Florida, jumping crawdads, you look at that him. Well, maybe that was Georgia.
That might have been Georgia. I think in Florida, it's, hey, Mom, what did Florida man do today?
That's not what we said. We used to say, dude, where's my car?
I honestly think that entire movie was written about a Florida man.
I believe so, too. Yeah, definitely.
And it was probably a true story.
Yeah, based on a true story. Dude, where's my car? Hey, has anybody seen my car? It's full of like weed, and I need to find it, man.
Hey man, you know Cheech? Oh, the
hey,
caution is out. Christian Converse. Christian Converse. What happened to Christian Converse?
He brought out the caution.
Christian Converse has brought out the caution. Oh my goodness, the leader
of most of the race now has fallen grasp to bad luck.
The leader for most of the race has gotten involved in this out of turn 4. He was racing with Michael Payne. He had a heck of a run out of turn 4. Michael Payne hit the wall. Michael Payne pounded the outside wall and then pounded Christian Converse. So as happened to Michael Waltrip a lot in his career, he is gonna DNF. See, that's why I never ran a Michael Waltrip scheme, because I'm bad enough as is. I don't need bad luck following me.
Right. I was hoping that he'd win this race so we could say he karate kicks the field. Or is it drop kick the field?
I'm really glad he
I
didn't
can't
win
remember.
that.
What is the saying for the Karate Kid? You know, he has all those billboards up.
I'm actually happy that he didn't win that.
It's not over yet.
It's over for him.
Oh, no, he can come back.
I'm actually quite happy that it's over for him now that you said what you were going to say if he won the race. Christian, no offense, but you can't win any more races this year because this guy over here is going to use you as like some... He wants some dumb t-shirt made of, oh, he karate kicked the field. He doesn't want like a good t-shirt.
We drop kicked the competition.
He drop kicked the competition. Oh my good lord. Folks, that's as good a time as any. We'll be right back after this message from our sponsor.
For 20 years, the Guitar Attic has been your home for used and vintage guitars in the Daytona Beach area and at GuitarAttic.com. The Guitar Attic is your home for used and vintage guitars. Whether you're looking for that collector's piece or that beginner piece, they've got you covered. With names like Fender, Gibson, Gretsch, Ibanez, Martin, Taylor, and much, much more, the Guitar Attic has all the guitars you need. And bass players, they haven't forgot about you. They've got all the top names. Amplifiers from Friedman, Victoria, Fender, Boss, and many, many more. They also have the largest selection of used pedals anywhere in the Southeast. The Guitar Attic, located at 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue, just north of Flemish in Holly Hill, Florida. Also, check us out online at GuitarAttic.com.
Welcome back to Darlington Raceway. We are here once again, the IVRL Buttkicker Series. And it's me, Randy Pepper, alongside Nick Adams, as Greg Holt is your current leader with Charles Garrick in second.
All right, Randy Pepper, can you go ahead and tell people who just got back to you?
I lost you there. Nick, you dropped out. I did not get to...
During the break, Randy Pepper explained to me that his friend Pat Patterson got back to him. And it was in reference to the conversation we had earlier about Ricky Craven. And Pat was correct.
Yeah,
Ricky Craven was the only one never winning that car. But did you know that he had two cars at one point? PPI Motorsports, owned by Cal Wells. Raced for about 30 years almost between the Winston Cup Series, the Nextel Cup Series, and CART.
I did know most of that, yes.
Yep, 2 race victories. He actually hired a young Robbie Gordon in 1998 to drive for the CART team.
Yes. And Robbie Gordon ran a lot of road courses for him as a ringer before he actually joined the team. As they're going green flag racing, once again, Greg Holt jumps out to a 1-2-3 car length lead over Charles Yerk. And Yerk settles down in second. Right behind him is Ira Kohlhaas in that number 29. Then it's another 3 car lengths back to the 00 of Scott Williams. And then it's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back to the 7 of Thomas Guarino. And then another 5 back to Brandon Massey. So the top 7 or so are definitely single file doing a conga line around the Darlington Raceway.
That they are, Mr. Pepper. A conga line around the top line here at Martinsville, Darlington. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm losing it. Randy, look who's in third. Look who's come back.
Ira Kohlhaas, I know.
Ira
That
Kohlhaas
Pepsi
has been
car's
able to
looking
bring it
good.
back to third.
But he's got the Scott R. Williams car all over the back end of that, and he's got to watch his mirror quite a bit
He
here.
definitely does, because we know how fast Scott R. Williams has been all night. He's a man on a mission.
Greg Holt really said he was the one to watch, and I was kind of thinking during practice, there's no way this guy could be that fast. And now definitely proved me wrong. At least my thoughts wrong.
He's all over the back bumper of the 29, though. He's going to start beating that back bumper off Ira Kohlhaas if he can't find a way around him here soon. I mean, he's all up that back bumper down the front stretch. Can he get his nose in there in 1 and 2? No, he cannot. He needs to just be patient here. I think he's going to be patient enough where he can get that run down the back stretch, get to the inside. He diamonds off 1 and 2 really well that time. Gets a big run down the back stretch. Down the front stretch.
Look at Carino, though.
I hate this track, Randy. Every single time I think I know where I am, we're on the other side of the racetrack.
You're lost in space.
It's Darlington, baby. I told you I was going to do that. Thomas Carino over the back bumper now, though, into 1 and 2.
Yep, he's got a great run as he's right on the back bumper of that number 00. And we've got a 4-car battle now. He looks to the inside. Here comes the number 7, Thomas Carino. And he zips around that
Scott Williams.
inside line and takes that. He steals that line away from him. And I'm not so sure that number 65 to Brandon Massey is going to do the same thing as well.
Scott Williams thought better of it. Let Thomas Carino go. Scott Williams just wants points. He knows he needs to point his way in here. He's on the bubble in the playoffs. He knows he just needs to get some points here and continue to go up. So he just thought, I'll let him go. There's still 44 laps left in this race. I might be able to come back at him later. We all have to pit. Maybe I'll get him. Maybe he'll get a penalty. He sees Brandon Massey to the inside. Same thing with Brandon Massey. Lets him have the inside line. Takes it down into 3 and 4. So Scott Williams back to 6th.
Smart.
He's being very smart. He's controlling what he can control, which is not going side by side with somebody in a corner where you have less than a quarter of the track to make that move.
Yeah, that's running his own race, not running theirs, and that's the key to running well at this track. Just run your race. Don't worry about them, and have a strong finish, and that's what he's trying to do.
So, fun fact about Darlington Raceway, Randy. Did you know why that white line is now there at the racetrack around the bottom of the groove?
To let you know where the bottom of the track is?
Way back in the day when they opened Darlington, drivers used to throw it off into the corner and apex the corner 2 lines lower than they do now. And they couldn't carry nearly as much speed. For a couple of reasons, as we see Brandon Massey pull onto the inside of Thomas Carino Jr., thinks better of it. Holds his position as Thomas drives Ira into the corner, and he puts him into the wall almost. Man, oh man. That's not going to go over well with Brandon Massey watching his teammate get driven into the wall like that off into 1 and 2.
I think he'll be fine with it as he stole that position away from Ira Kohlhaas. So I think he's fine with that.
Cars, 3rd and 4th at the moment. It does. It gives him 3rd. But back to what I was saying before somebody drove somebody off into the corner. Way back in the day, they used to go all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack almost, and they would come back up, and it caused so many incidents in the late 70s, I think it was, late 70s to the early 80s, that Darlington Raceway said, okay, this is how we want the track raced, because we actually want more than 13 cars to finish a race without damage. We want it above this white dotted line. Now, when they came here in the spring of '82 for this race, it was the first time the white line was around the bottom of the track. Drivers didn't know how to drive the track. It took them almost 4 hours of practice to figure out the best line to get around this racetrack. Now, when I ask you who won that race, do you know who won the 1982 Southern 500?
Bill Elliott. No,
Cale
actually, no, that was
Yarbrough.
before. Yeah, I was going to say that's actually before
In
Bill
a Buick,
Elliott.
sponsored by Valvoline for MC Anderson.
And do we have? Well, let's see. Butch Mark owned that 75. I thought at one time.
Well, let me see if I can tell you that.
Trying to think. I thought, yeah.
In
I have to look that back
82,
up because I know.
in 82, Joe Ruttman drove the car, and Pet Dairy was the sponsor, and Ramach Enterprises was the owner. Who do you want to know who
Butch
owned it?
Mock.
Butch Ramach. Yep.
Yeah, Butch Mock, and believe it or not, another friend of mine.
Not a shock. Do you know how much the race paid to win in 1982?
Maybe $90,000.
$34,000 to win the race.
Wow.
Dale Earnhardt finished third for Bud Moore in the 15. He made $21,000. The person who finished last, Lenny Pond, $2,500 to show up.
And Lenny Pond probably showed up with a car on the back of a trailer.
Yes.
Yeah.
He didn't make it very long.
Lenny Pond back in the day was a wonderful driver. He was just a beast of a man. He was a huge guy for one, and he was dominant one time. He really was a really good driver. Was part of the original Alabama gang back in the day. So he was known for. I believe he saved somebody from a burning car, but I can't remember who it was. I'm sure you'll look that up as well.
That's what I'm here for.
As he's looking that up, Greg Holt is still our leader here on lap number 90. Greg Holt is out front. Charles Yerk is second. Brandon Massey is third. Thomas Greeno Jr. is fourth. And Scott Williams is fifth. That's your top five here at Darlington. Go back. I'm trying to see if we have any really good races. Close one. Actually, the closest race I think we actually have is between Scott Williams, Ira Kohlhaas, and Brandon Key.
I'm looking at Charles Yerrick and Brandon Massey at the moment going side by side down the front stretch. Back stretch. No, front stretch. That's the front stretch.
Yeah, they're within striking distance as well.
I cannot find anything for Lenny Pond saving somebody.
There was something I know about that. All right, let me see if I can find it.
But anyhow, back to today's racing. So yeah, that's why this racetrack is raced the way it is, though, because there were so many accidents caused by people trying to diamond the corner off. They'd take too much speed, and they'd just pound the outside wall and take out 4 or 5 other cars. There's actual video of it from I think 78, 79, of people going down the racetrack, pounded everybody else into the wall. Oh, Ira Kohlhaas just pounded the wall. What a save! Oh my goodness!
Thomas Greeno Jr. is on pit road, so he's one of the first takers out there.
Yes, we are going to start seeing pit road come into an effect here, as everybody has gone about 33 laps since their last pit stop. This is going to start getting interesting. Randy, it was Tiny Lund. He pulled Fireball Roberts out of a sports car at Daytona.
That's right. It was Tiny Lund, not Lenny Pond. I'm thinking Tiny Lund.
We thank John Abrams for that.
Yeah, that's right. I messed up on that one. It's Tiny Lund was the who I should have known that as part, was good friends with the family here.
So
and
I actually don't know the answer to this question, being the encyclopedia that I am. How did Fireball Roberts get his nickname? Was it because he was in a fireball? I really don't know.
No, actually, that's another funny. You start bringing these drivers up past. When I was a little kid, Fireball Roberts used to come over to the house, and he took my 2 brothers, and my sister around Daytona in a car. I was too little to go. I was, too small. But they got to go around the track with Fireball Roberts. But no, he got his name, I think, just because he was just so fast. I think, I believe that he just because he was that fast. I'm not really sure.
Didn't Fireball Roberts pass away?
He did die in a fire.
In a race car?
Yes,
I
he
thought
did.
so.
Yeah, but that was, he had that name long before. He's actually buried here in Daytona Beach.
That's crazy. That's,
Yeah, his grave is actually in the same graveyard as Bill France Sr.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
That'd be almost like being nicknamed. I don't even know. That's really the only like odd thing I think I can think of is being nicknamed Fireball and passing away. in a
Or
fireball.
like, how about like if you said God, I'm losing my mind. I swear. Kobe Bryant. Just imagine if Kobe Bryant was known for being the helicopter guy.
Yeah,
He would do the helicopter, you know, the dunk.
the what?
then-
Oh, okay, the dunk.
Yeah, helicopter dunk. You know, where they spin around and they dunk it after doing the helicopter? You've seen those, right? You know what I'm talking
I
about,
know
right?
what you're talking about.
Okay.
There's also another meaning for that, but
That's true, but I wasn't bringing that up. Oh, boy. Here we go once again. Let's get back to the action of the track.
There's only like 7
Try to
race
find
cars
some-
that are on the lead lap right now. Everybody's pitting. Everybody's getting fuel, tires. Everybody from 10th on back is pitted. So there's about 8 guys in the lead lap right now. Joey McKinney and up. Scott R. Williams just dove off into the pits to get tires and fuel. Greg Holt will be coming in here soon. Charles Garrick will be coming in here soon. The top 5 will be pitting. Joshua Gathright in 5th will be staying out a lot later than everybody else since he pitted on lap 72. He's going to be hoping
That's
for
a
a
good
caution.
move. I think that's a good
Yeah,
move.
he's going to be hoping for a caution. I think we're probably going to see one during this pit stop, cycle. Just because people are going to have cold tires. They're going to be, antsy, ready. This is the wrong one. This is the one I wanted. So it's going to get interesting. We have a couple cars on pit road now. We're watching Charles Yerrick go around the track. Greg Holt's about 7 seconds up the track on him. About half a racetrack almost. We'll see if Greg Holt dives off into the pits this time. As it looks like Greg Holt will dive off into the pits, so your race leader pits. Charles Yerrick is going to continue on. Oh, Charles Yerrick is going to dive off. Brandon Massey will continue. Harvey Abrams will continue. Looks like Tom Schuett is going to be coming out of turn 4 now. Adam Wood has not pitted yet. He has a bunch of damage, though, so he's back there in 5th. But Greg Holt on pit lane, slowly coming towards his pit stall, Randy Pepper.
Slowly but surely. You have to do it because you're not going to make the whole race. There's no doubt about it. So once we circle all these, or cycle through all these pit stops.
Brandon Massey coming down pit road as well as Tom Schuett.
Oh,
now.
caution is down in the speedway.
The caution's
Uh-oh.
out?
That's going to shake things up there.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Randy Pepper, do you know who your leader is right now?
Brandon Massey.
It's Adam Wood.
No, did they all come down? Oh my gosh.
Brandon Massey's in pit lane. Adam Wood has not pitted yet. Adam Wood is going to get the lead. This has turned this race on its head. Tom Schuett is going to become your leader.
It's showing my scoreboard is showing Brandon Massey is still leading with
Adam Wood just
Wood
passed him.
second.
Just passed him, and now he's coming to the line to get his bonus point for leading a lap. No, I'm sorry, we're down the backstretch again.
Yeah, there you go.
That old pit lane.
Oh,
I hate this track
you've
so
been
much.
Bit by how many times tonight?
6 or 7. I hate this track
Yeah,
so much.
at least.
It's that old pit lane and the caution lights where the old start finish line used to be. It's just aggravating.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what the caution came out for though. Let's go ahead and see if we can figure it out. I think it might have been Ryan Cliver. Let's take a look. Ryan Cliver all by himself pounds the outs. No, he gets loose coming out of 4 and pounds the inside wall, flips over. And if you're Tom Schuett, you're looking over at that, hoping a couple of things. Hoping what you're seeing isn't true, and really hoping that the 11 car doesn't barrel roll over the pits into you, because man, oh man, did he come close to going over the pit wall.
That would have been something.
That would have been something. Only once, I think, in Darlington's history has somebody barrel rolled over that pit wall. And it was when it was on the backstretch. I know way too much stuff about NASCAR. I'm starting to realize this. I need to get a life.
You know, I used to know all that, but my mind got just my hard drive got so full it discharged all that stuff and replaced it with a bunch of new stuff.
I
So
need to get a life.
when you get to be my age, you'll see that happen.
So Adam Wood is going to come out.
Pitting all by himself.
I think Adam Wood's going to come out 5th. Wow, that's a turn of events.
Yeah. And you know how Adam is. He'll be, well, you know.
Oh, yeah,
I
you
didn't
know.
expect to win. You know,
I didn't
things
expect to be
happen.
this good. And, you know, I shouldn't have been up
Yeah.
here. And if it was Larry Patrick, you know, I got 3rd once, so I'll take 4th. The sausage,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, the sausage.
The sausage. And if you wonder why he got that name, go back and watch episode number 7, I believe it was, of the Ghostfire Media podcast. And you'll find out why he's called the sausage. Thank you, Andrew Burgess. So as we watch Adam Wood come off the pit road, and we'll anxiously await the timing and scoring.
Oh, it's is it? It's Cliver? Huh.
Cliver?
That's how you pronounce Ryan Cliver's name. I've been saying Cliver. It's Ryan Cliver.
I have been too.
So,
Cliver.
Randy, do you know where Adam Wood is slotted out after all of this?
I'm waiting. To
He's
find
in
out.
3rd. Adam Wood has come out in 3rd. Not only has he come out in 3rd, but Adam Wood has a chance to win this race. And Greg Holt is a lap down. Oh, no. Greg Holt has been released.
No, he's not.
now.
No.
Greg
No.
He was on the tail end of the lead lap. He's been released. He's coming back around. He's going to restart 5th, but he's got to go through a couple pretty fast cars in front of him.
Yeah, this boy.
This has
You know,
changed the entire race.
I tell you what, look at this. Somebody we haven't really talked about in the most favorable light, because usually something's going on, is Michael Payne.
Yeah, Michael Payne.
He started 13th on the grid, running 4th right now. So usually it's like he was in some kind of spin or something like that, but got a good run going.
He usually gets caught up in something not of his own creation. Michael Payne is going backwards.
dropping back, though.
Why is he... I'm not sure why he's going backwards.
He didn't like us talking about him.
Okay, so we'll just go back to Adam Wood. Adam's going to restart 3rd. Greg Holt's going to restart 4th.
Yep.
Man.
So let's kind of reset the field here right now, as timing scoring is telling us. Brandon Massey is your leader in the number 65. His outside the number 7 of Thomas Carino Jr. Row 2, it's going to be Adam Wood in the number 45 Ghostfire Media car, alongside the number 91 of Greg Holt. Row 3, it's going to be Brandon Key and Charles Yerrick, and then Michael Payne and Scott Williams will line up on row 5.
I'm not
Once
sure
we
what's
get back
happening
to,
here. We're supposed to be double file, but...
Yeah, I'm not really sure what is going on here, as Brandon Massey has taken the green flag and jumped out to a 1-2-3 car length lead over Thomas Carino. Then you've got Adam Wood running in that 3rd position. Adam Wood goes up and kisses the wall just ever so slightly. And then he's got the lap car of Kazi diving down to the inside of him. And not really sure what's going on with Kazi out there.
I'm not sure what happened on the restart there, but it's definitely jacked the field up. But Look out front. Right now you got a two-car battle for the win of Brandon Massey and Thomas Carino. Things like this, Randy, can just turn the season on its head. And that caution there puts Greg Holt back in fourth. Now he's in third. But he's got to get up here and pass these two guys. Which he might get more respect from Thomas Carino than he will from Brandon. The reason I say that is because when he gets to Brandon, if he gets to Brandon, that's not a guarantee. That's far from a guarantee. Is they're the two fat.
Whoa!
Holy schmoly!
Nearly had a problem with Causey and Greg Holt. Greg Holt
Brandon
nearly
Massey
ran in and
just set the fastest lap of the entire race by 0.2 of a second over anybody else. I don't think Greg Holt's going to get to Brandon Massey.
well, I mean, we have just a few laps remaining, so
We got 16 laps to go. Greg Holt's back about 2 seconds. He's catching Thomas Carino, but he is not catching he's not catching Brandon Massey at all.
a lot of stuff can happen in 16 laps up.
That's for sure.
We've seen it time after time. These guys go around here, they're running great. They slap the wall and the luck changes just like that. Especially the speeds he's running. He's all by himself. And he may be watching his mirror, and next thing you know it, he's tasted the wall. He's already tasted the wall a couple times tonight, so it wouldn't be his first time. But, you know, you got to think about Greg Holt, who led for a while and has been one of the most dominant cars on the track. How much harder is he going to drive that car to catch back up?
Only time will tell.
You got to think Brandon Massey's perfectly happy running right now by himself. Thomas Carino is probably thinking, I would like to win a race, but you know, if I finish second tonight, I might be happy with that.
Thomas Carino is on the bubble right now. He's right there. He's on the inside of the playoffs, but not by much. He hasn't had the best season. Hasn't had the cleanest year so far. He hasn't been able to get that momentum rolling. Randy, a big thing tonight would be a second place finish. That would get that momentum going for Thomas Carino Jr.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking as well. He's run really well tonight. Kept his nose clean for most of the night. Yeah, he slapped the wall a couple times, but not hard enough to cause anything major. So,
Randy,
good night for the Thomas Carino car.
what was John Force's nickname?
I don't know. I'm not a funny car guy.
I know he had a nickname. Hold on.
I know his daughter's pretty hot. I know that. Courtney? Woohoo!
Wow.
That time, Brandon Massey lost a little bit of a ground to
It
Thomas
was John
Carino.
Brute Force. Well,
John Root?
John Brute Force.
Oh, Brute. Oh.
So it makes a lot of sense for Brandon Massey to be driving that John Force tribute car tonight. The Outlaw is out in front by almost a second now over Thomas Carino. And the Outlaw is using brute force right now to drive that car off into 3 and 4 and drive it hard down the start-finish straight for 9 more times. That's all he's going to do it. 9 more times. 18 more left-hand corners, Randy Pepper. 18 more times.
18. Because I'm 18.
Oh, boy.
I'm not going to do it. Because I'm 18, I got nowhere to go. I'm on my way to trying to win a race here at Darlington Raceway. My name is Brandon Massey. And
I think that's Randy Pepper trying to freestyle, and
yeah,
someone...
I'm not, you know what? I'm not a rapper guy. I don't like the stuff. It's, to me, rap is nothing but poetry to beats. I appreciate the poetry stuff, but I don't appreciate much else after that. So,
8 laps to go. 16 more left-hand corners for Brandon the Outlaw Massey. Crosses the start-finish line off into 1 and 2. We're going to take a lap around the track with your leader. Hold on. The thing changed. There we go. Through 1 and 2. Keeping right across that white line. Now down the backstretch. Halfway up between that first and second groove. Off into 3 and 4. On the brakes hard. You're going to want to diamond it. You go all the way up to the wall here. You turn it hard left. And you drive it off the corner all the way down to the white line. Back up to the white and red wall. And that's a lap around the track with your leader with 6 laps to go here at Darlington Raceway, Randy Pepper.
Yeah, lap 120 is down. Our leader, Brandon Massey, the number 65 Mountain Dew car. And Brandon Massey has already won 1 race this season. I believe. Did
I don't think he has. I think this is his first win.
This would be his first. He's
Brandon Massey out of 4! He almost threw it away! What a save! What a save! That was key. Randy Pepper, if Brandon Massey can come home to win this race, that right there is the butt kicker move of the race.
Wow.
Holy schmoly, did he get loose out of 4. I'll tell you what, that's a pucker moment for the Outlaw right there. Coming out of 4, the Outlaw definitely was like, oh no. Oh no, I'm not reliving what happened to me earlier this season.
Thomas Carino just tasted the wall once again, too.
Thomas Carino Jr. smelt the win. That's what he did right there. He smelt the win. He's pulling away from Greg Holt. He smelt a win right there coming towards him.
He saw it, but it didn't happen as Massey was able to gather it back up and keep on trucking. He's got a second, almost 2 seconds of a lead now.
Yeah, he's pulling away by almost 3 or 4 tenths a lap. He's pushing it. He wants this. You can just tell by the way that Brandon Massey is driving right now that the Outlaw wants this win more than anything else right now. He hasn't had the greatest season. This would be a heck of a win. We've talked to him earlier this year about the Bohiga Esports partnership with Pepsi and getting the sponsorship from PepsiCo. His teammate Ira Kohlhaas was up here earlier in the race. You know, was having a great race. He's back in 10th now. But Brandon Massey comes out of turn 2, and he comes out of turn 4. Gets 2 laps to go here at the Darlington Raceway.
Two laps remain here at Darlington Raceway on this Tuesday night. Their IVRL Buttkicker 125. Our leader, it's the Mountain Dew car, the number 65 of Brandon Massey, trying to get his first win of the season in that car. And we're going to watch him go around with just, I believe, 1 more lap around the track.
The white flag is out here at Darlington Raceway in Darlington, South Carolina. Through 1 and 2, Brandon Massey drives it down in there, and he's going to set sail down the long backstretch into 3 and 4. The Outlaw Brandon Massey pays tribute to John Force. Out of turn 4, Brandon Massey is going to win at Darlington Raceway here in the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series.
Down the stretch he wins. Yes, he did.
It didn't take just 3.2 seconds, but Brandon Massey put it all together tonight and a 4-second gap to win this race. And Brandon Massey is going to celebrate like no tomorrow. He has been working towards that all year. Yes, he does. He's been working towards that all year. The finishes just haven't been there. But he has finally put it all together. He got caught up in a bunch of stuff earlier in the season with other drivers, and that's how you do it right there. He put it all together and showed what he's made of. Brandon Massey just punched his ticket to the playoffs, and he is going to be one of the people to watch for the championship, Randy Pepper. I said it earlier this season. I'll say it again. You watch him.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We've watched him every race. I mean, he's always been somewhere near the front. So I'm checking our point standings on all that good stuff. Trying to see where he was sitting. I believe he was sitting 6th. Was he 7th, 9th in points? Is that correct? Am I standings correct?
I am not 100% sure. I'd have to look. Man, oh man, Randy Pepper, did they put it all together though, or what?
Totally. I mean, it's surprising race. Totally surprising because did not see Brandon Massey being the guy to win. He started 11th on the grid and just slowly but surely made his way up there. And once he got up there, because he was strong, once he got up there, which was I think during stage 2, after they him and who was it? Ira? Were they the two guys that pitted? No, who was it?
Ira and Brandon stayed out the end of stage 2.
Yeah, so it was them. They both of them. He blew the motor up. He blew the car up. But they stayed out where everybody else pitted. They were able to get those points, extra points for the stage win. And then after that, he pretty much just stayed in the top 5 throughout the rest of the race. And now he ends up winning the race here.
He does.
At Darlington.
Randy Pepper, we're going to welcome Brandon Massey to the booth here.
Hey!
Yes, guys! What's up?
I love hearing that. That's awesome. That's awesome. Welcome, Brandon, welcome to the booth. Congratulations on your win here at Darlington. Darlington, South Carolina is one of the toughest tracks on the schedule, and it's one of the most historic tracks in NASCAR. How does it feel to get a huge win here tonight and lock your ticket into the playoffs?
We're going to the playoffs, baby! You know what I mean? Listen, man, this has been a great season so far. Shout out to everybody that's helped make this possible, man. But I'm freaking pumped. We had the car to beat. We sucked in qualifying, which I don't qualify well anyway. But we sucked in qualifying. We played pit strategy at the end of stage 1, coming to stage 2. That worked out in my favor, and then I got that timely caution I needed. Luck played in our favor. We controlled the race, and now, hey, listen, does the John Force throwback look good or what, guys? What's up?
We talked a lot about it, man. We said a whole lot. I mean, especially, what was you call him, the Brute? Is that what we were calling him?
John Brute Force, that was his nickname.
Yeah.
And you got the Outlaw in Victory Lane tonight.
We did, man. That's a nickname that I earned when I was racing go-karts with Dad, and Dad, he had a cool ass nickname, which was Buckshot, and he nicknamed me the Outlaw, because primarily, man, I don't care what happens. I really don't most of the time pay attention to what I say or anything like that. But yeah, man, we pulled it off, man. Finally, you guys have been saying it's going to be sooner than probably later. And here we are, man. We're sitting in Victory Lane, and I get to come up here and talk to you guys. How cool is that?
Is that the highlight of the whole thing, getting to talk to us and not winning the race?
Yeah, it's a race winner, man. You always enjoy doing interviews, but I got to talk with you guys a couple of times, but I wanted to come up here and chat with you guys as a race winner, man. So, man, I'm pumped. What a win. That's freaking awesome.
You know what, Brandon? We can't tell at all. We really can't tell.
No,
it sounds like you just do just a daily drive.
I thought you didn't care at all. I thought it was just another win for you. I couldn't tell you were excited. Man, congratulations. That type of, you just pump everybody up with that type of energy. That's fantastic.
Yeah, we
man,
love it.
We had a big win this past Friday night at Daytona in another league, and that worked out. And then now here we are back on Tuesday night, man, and we was able to get it done. But, man, I'm just going to thank my sponsors real quick. First and foremost, man, I want to thank the good Lord above, because without him, we couldn't do what we do. But I want to give a shout out to my wife. She's out of town working. I love you, doll. She was watching some of the race. Shout out to my mom and dad, my kids. I love you all. Mountain Dew, PepsiCo, Hopkinsville, Kentucky, David Sparks, my teammate Ira, the Old Shed, VIP Graphic Designs, Buckshot Tools. Man, you name it. Just we're finally did it, man. The monkey's off our back, and now we're going to the playoffs, and we can just see what happens the rest of the season till playoff time starts, guys.
Are you gonna sit back the rest of the season? Or are you gonna try?
Heck no, we're gonna win more races, bro. We're gonna
all right. I just want to make sure you're not the way you're just like, well, we're in the playoffs. Oh well, we'll just sit around and watch everybody else win. But I'm glad to see you're gonna run some more.
Yeah, we're going to go out. We're going to do our thing, man, and we're going to take them as we could just be a little bit more patient and be a little bit more risky with our calls with pit strategy, which does come into a factor here in some of these races. But yeah, man, we're just going to kind of do our thing and maybe take a few more risks that we wouldn't take and try to set ourselves up for a playoff run.
All right, awesome, man. And congratulations on the big win tonight. We were a lot of fun having you here in the booth as always, and we wish you luck next week.
Thank you, guys. Much appreciated, man. Y'all do a fantastic job.
Thanks,
Thank
Brandon.
you.
All right, so we're going to bring in our second place finisher for tonight. A man we haven't talked to all season, Randy. Thomas Carino Jr. Thomas, welcome to the broadcast booth. You got Nick Adams and Randy Pepper up here in the Ghostfire Media broadcast booth. Thomas, second on the night tonight, your best finish of the season. How does it feel to finally get that momentum rolling?
Yeah, man, it feels really, really good. I finished in the top 5, I think, the last 3 races before this. I wanted to get interviewed by you guys. I kept finishing 4th, but no, man, it was a really solid night tonight. Brandon saved his tires at the end and did a phenomenal job and just pulled away. But it was good. You just had to stay out of trouble out there tonight, and I managed to do that. So
I had made reference towards the end of the race that you had been running so well during the last few races, and it's good to see that you actually pulled off a top 3 so you could get in the booth to talk to us. So
yeah, no, for sure. It's funny. It's awesome actually. My mom and my a couple of my uncles actually listen to the broadcast. They love you guys. So they watch every week and they're into it, man. It's really fun. I joined up this on a whim this year, and it's been awesome. And yeah, getting used to some new gear, some new iRacing gear, and it's definitely made a difference lately. So it's been fun.
awesome, great runway tonight. Anybody you want to thank for your good run?
No, just well, you know what? That's a mistake. I want to thank my wife who lets me do this, and
There
then
you go.
I also want to yeah, no, man, I just thank my family for getting me into racing when I was young. This is fun, and this is a hell of a lot cheaper than the real thing, and almost just as enjoyable too. So thank you guys. It's really fun.
Awesome, man. Congratulations on a great second place finish, and hopefully by the end of the season we'll see you in victory lane.
Hoping so, guys. Close.
Thank you, Thomas. Good luck next week, sir.
Thanks so much.
All right, we're going to bring in a pretty, a face. It's not a pretty face. It's just a face we talk to a lot. I wouldn't call it pretty.
What, somebody we've talked to before?
Yeah. I think we've talked to him almost every race this season. And we've talked to his team at least every single race this season. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and welcome. He doesn't even need an introduction, ladies and gentlemen. Greg Holt's in the booth again, third place finisher.
Yeah, buddy.
He's not even pumped up anymore. He's like, "Yep, third. I'm
Yeah.
here. I'm in the booth again. I talk to you guys every week. I have nothing else to talk about."
I was on the podcast the other night. It's no
Yeah.
big deal. I said Scott Williams was going to win. Oh, he finished 5th. That was a wrong prediction. What the heck? You told us Scott was going to win.
Hey, Greg, I know that you said Scott was going to win, but I was really hoping for you to get off the podium tonight. I was just hoping to have a whole new podium.
Well, you got a new winner and new second
Hey,
place.
Hey,
I tell you, I
Oof.
think we didn't have that caution. You wouldn't have had that, but that's all right. It's all right.
Well, no, that caution
Hey,
definitely turned the entire race on its head. That was my question. It was going to be one of my questions for you. What happened on that final run? Did you get stuck behind your teammate? And I know the final
Yeah,
restart
we're
didn't
not
go.
we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna leave that alone. That's fine. But yeah, no, it's all good. Third place, we'll take it. Shout out to Tito team. They were pretty dominant today. We didn't get the W, but I think we were up front most of the day between the two of the cars, anyways.
So what happened to Causey?
His power went out, so he was like 11 laps down
Oh, wow.
So
when he came back.
I know you don't want to talk about it, but I'm going to keep asking about it. Why?
I may have gotten a little bit of damage.
Why didn't
right
he
there
move
at
out
the
of the
end that I
way?
didn't get. He was moving out of the way, but yeah, I don't know. That's a question for him at some point.
So
but
what
that's
happened
fine.
with that final restart though? In general, I mean, it looked like there was no organization.
It shouldn't have even been there. I mean, it was a joke. But he came out of the pits because he didn't take the wave around, and then he ended up being in between all the cars that took the wave around, and he came out of the pits right in front of all of us. But it is what it is, and totally fine.
It's all good.
Well,
You know, you're already in the playoffs. It doesn't really matter. You know, you're basically just running around here waiting until the last, you know, or at least the first stage of the playoffs.
Like to get all those championship points you can though towards it, or playoff points. I might have missed out on a chance at a couple of them this time, because even with the caution, I think we had enough car to get there. Might have been a little bit harder, but after I got that nose damage, there was no way. I couldn't run the times I was running before. Is what it is. It's okay. We'll come back next week. We'll see what we get at Dover.
Absolutely. It's
All
Dover.
right.
You can do that.
It'll be an interesting thing to see what we can see at Dover. It's the first time me and you have called Dover together, Randy. Last time we called this track together, we had some controversy at the end. This week we had a fantastic finish. Can't wait to see what Dover brings us next week.
Yeah, I'm excited.
If they bring the same car package to Dover as they have here, it'd be much of the same.
Dover is high horsepower, low downforce.
That's the same. That's what this was this time. So good luck. That's all I can say. Good luck. When they did the update to this car today, they changed the front grip and the rear grip of the car. So what you practiced on yesterday wasn't even close. You were a second to a second and a half slower a lap.
So we talked about that the other night on the podcast, and you were talking about how you could feel the way the car reacts with your wheel and everything. So you really felt that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. The front tires lacking a ton of grip getting into the corner, and the rear tires were definitely using more getting off. I mean, from center off, you were tight before this change, the track changes that they made. You barely ever got loose coming off unless you just had so much wheel in it that you were forcing it to get loose. But yeah, no, now there's a little throttle control in it, and you got to kind of stay away from the seams with that right rear.
Interesting.
Okay.
That's Randy. That's a little bit of updates for our guys in the Cup Series for Sunday. We'll be able to see that. But
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I ask him that stuff. I want to know what he's feeling, so you can pass it along to some of the other guys that are racing in other leagues, and they can take his knowledge and try to get a little head start on the competition.
Well, Greg, we appreciate you coming up here. Next week we hope to talk to you in a, actually next week I hope to not talk to you. I like you. I like talking to you. But
just don't want to talk to you. That's nice. Thanks. Just want to talk to somebody else.
You know,
it sounds like I sound like such an ass.
Next week, I can't wait to talk to Bob Carroll.
Yes, Bob Carroll next week. I call him finishing third. Greg Holt finishing fourth. Joseph Causey. That's a question I have, Greg. Really quick before we let you go and we round out our broadcast here. Joseph has had 3 pretty bad weeks in a row.
Yep.
Is that getting into his head at all, do you think, from a teammate perspective?
Joseph is a great driver. I don't know if it's getting into his head or not. I don't think so, but it's just bad luck. What can I say? I mean, shit, we all were getting it at the beginning of the season, and he could walk into, he could sell a ketchup popsicle to a lady in white gloves, man, and get away with it earlier in the season, and now it ain't been quite there. And Christian was going to be really hard to beat, and he ended up having to go to the back because he sped in pits, and that doomed him. I mean, I went to the back to get damage fixed and survived it. It's a lot of it is luck and patience. Causey the power going out right then. I mean, it's just lucky it didn't kill his car, and I don't know how that didn't happen.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, Greg, good luck next week, and maybe we'll talk to you next week.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right. See you, Greg.
Bye.
Well, Mr. Randy Pepper, we're going to go ahead and run down the results really quick. Brandon Massey with his first win here this season. Thomas Carino Jr., best finish of the season in second. Greg Holt in third. Charles Urick continues his hot streak of good finishes, coming home fourth. Scott Williams in fifth. Joshua Gathright recovered from a lot of incidents early in the race to finish sixth. Adam Wood with a solid night compared to what it looked like it was going to happen in the middle with seventh. Ira Kohlhaas rebounded to eighth. Michael Payne comes home in ninth. Tyler Walden with a top 10 tonight. Tom Schuett back in 11th. Harvey Abrams in 12th. Brandon Key, your first car 1 lap down in 13th. Joey McKinney in 14th. Joseph Causey in 15th. He is your last driver that finished the race. These next 7 DNF'd. Ryan Cliver in 16th. Christian Converse in 17th. Cody McKinney in 18th. Let me just go ahead and push this button so I can actually see what's going on.
Nicholas Weatherby, Patrick Gasper, Will Cannon,
Derek
and
Shilling,
then-
and then Bob Carroll, who never started the race. So it was a fantastic night here from Darlington, Randy. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. I know for a fact our fans enjoyed it. Let's talk about really quick tomorrow night what we're going to see, what you're excited for as we look at our weekly schedule one more time. Tomorrow night at 7:50 Eastern Standard Time, the AOLL Sportsman Series comes to you from Darlington Raceway, right here on Ghostfire Media. Randy Pepper will be in that race. I'll be in that race. And our 2 broadcast cohorts, Carl Henderson and Larry Patrick, will be broadcasting that race for you tomorrow night right here on Ghostfire Media. Randy, what do you expect?
That's right.
Tomorrow?
Hey, can't forget, that's the hot one and the sausage all in one booth.
Oh boy, Hot Carl and the sausage. 2 things you don't want anywhere near each other.
Nope. And then on Thursday night, don't forget the Ghostfire Media will be on the air with myself and Adam Wood, and Larry Patrick will probably join us as well. We'll be broadcasting the Guitar Attic TNT series. And then on Sunday night, it'll be back to the AOLL Cup Division. And then you're going to have Hot Carl and our good buddy. What's that guy's name again?
I think his name
I don't
is
remember his name.
Josh.
Oh, that's right. It's Gru.
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 I wasn't there for last week's podcast, so I don't know.
Oh, come on. You know who Gru is?
No, I know who Groot is.
No, Gru.
I don't know who Groot. Who's Groot?
You ever seen Minions?
No. Oh, yeah, I know who Gru is. Okay, yes, Josh Laston does look like him. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, I have been, blessed to be able to call this race tonight with Randy Pepper, who I think is one of the best people in the broadcast industry today. I want to thank him for coming out here tonight and assisting me and calling the IVRL Buttkicker Cup Series. We'll hear more from Randy Pepper on Thursday. And Randy, until then, and until tomorrow when me and you speak again.
That's right. Folks, thanks for watching the Ghostfire Media Network. And we'll see you again tomorrow night from, I believe it's Darlington as well.
It is.
It is Darlington in the trucks. And till then, so long from the Sunshine State.
You're watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.